Hey, it's Furia, and welcome to Let's Look at Pentiment. This is adventure video game made by Obsidian Entertainment and it's published by Xbox Game Studios and it was released yesterday or day before yesterday depending where you live. So it's very new and I'm so excited to be playing this. I haven't played this at all yet, so it's all new to me. Also, there is a disclaimer that this game contains public execution, stylized gore, suicide references to abortion, frequent strong language, and such. So be mindful of that. Let's get started. So, new game. There are easy to read fonts. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. Easy read fonts Optium improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. The monastic script is probably hardest, but I'm gonna try. This would be so much better for me though. But I'm gonna try the stylized fonts anyway. Oh my gosh, it got very difficult immediately. What is this tone? In principio erat verbum et verbum erat apud Deum et Deus erat verbum. God is the truth? No wait. No word. It's in this is the Bible. In the God is the word. In the beginning there was a word, and word was God, and God was word, and so on. What does happen if I put the stone right here? Oh, I can just. Let's take the whole page off. Oh shoot, they're gonna kill me for this. I didn't do a very good job. This is so beautiful. The music is amazing. So excited to be playing a new game. This is a story-driven adventure, I think. Oh, the music notes. I love that little rabbit there. These pictures, they are just perfect. They are just in style of the medieval drawings. So great. Here's the map. It's a kind of modern map for medieval times. The medieval maps were completely awesome, by the way. Check them out if you haven't. Here we go. Artist sleeps. Artist's mind. Is the dream they're having? Hello, Juliet. So my name is Andreas, I guess. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? Yes, he had told me I had until 8th of May. Asshole. And he's not going to pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. That sounds like the capitalistic world of today. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table though, does it? That sounds like the workforce of today. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? Um, I said I would do my best to get it done by the end of April. With discipline and mindfulness, you will persevere. Persevere. If you don't kill yourself striving to meet the abbot's unreasonable expectations. Oh, this sounds somehow very, very familiar right now. What she said? What's the point of burning your candle to the knob of the idiot abbot's sake? Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Is that some sort of a king? No, wait, it's Prester John. That makes a lot more sense. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Isn't she pretty at least? Well, the small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. It's like ancient time Photoshop or filters. It is grown late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andres. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, Your Majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Mm, hopefully, but it's out of my control, Your Majesty. As are many things, trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andres safely home. Of course, Your Majesty. Until next time, Andres. Until next time, Your Majesty. Here we go. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I love it. I never do. The one that's leaking the boat is my favorite one. Oh, it must have been so much fun to create this game. Ow. At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andres. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure that much shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I'll be fine, I don't want to cause any trouble. That's no way to think about it. You need to stand up for yourself. See here, Andres? You need to stand up for yourself. Ouch, dude. Ugh. Would you please? I give up. Take me home, Crobian. As you wish, Andres. Oh, hello. I love the hat they're wearing. It's very Christmassy. Good morning, Ursula. Kum Andur. Time to get up. The Baron. April 1518. Few more pages back to the Abbey. Quests, let's see the quest. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez, this is so amazing. Prime hour 6. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Oh, this is This is me, Andreas Maler. So nice. Ex-Libris. This is so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the art style. It's different, but I love it. So this is the map. Oh, scriptorium is right there, next to Prior's house. This reminds me a little bit of the Pillar of the Earth, which I made Let's Play of. It's still running currently on Sundays. Artist of Kearsau Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature, Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Brother Piero of Verona. And then there is glossary. Free Imperial City of the Holy Roman Empire, Nuremberg. Major trade center and city of arts including printing. Oh yes, printing. I really should clean this up. Really? Do you really want to do that? Let's not go to bed. Hey, Ursula. And no, wait, hold on. I went back to. This takes me to the same place. I'm just testing different buttons. Sorry. Okay. Hey, Clara. Good morning, Andres. Did you sleep well? Thank you. Quite well, actually. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at Abbey. Otto's? Stop by. I love it. Yes, around dawn. Here you are. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? It is a little bit too much. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. I'm not sure what is this? I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until beginning of May. Be generous? Oh, there was another writing error. You must take consequences of inaction into account. What is this shit? Oh, these are the different characters and they are like different personalities. You must take consequences of inaction into account. I'm gonna say this to myself. You are under no obligation to pay, but the Kurdners will suffer for it. I want to help them, but I don't want to be taken advantage of. Okay, so it changes. No, it doesn't change, does it? I'm gonna say I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. So if I happen to get a lot of money somewhere, then I can give them some extra, I guess. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. That sounds so like the world today, kind of. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? 2 months? You don't do art in just 2 months. It takes years to make a masterpiece. Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. I didn't even notice there was a mistake. It's only during the divine office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. Own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg where I will marry and open workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. Wow. What life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. How easy it is actually to correct ink writing like that. I mean, there must have been ways to do it. I tried writing ink, was it this summer? And it was hard. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. It was my first time using like real ink pencil, like the old, very old type of one. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a few missteps. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Oh no, not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is. It's my finest work. Good. It makes me glad to see some confidence in the men around here sometimes. Now, I have to get back to my own work. I also love how it just sometimes it's really dark color and then it fades. And then there is like the last K has too much ink. I was told that you don't ever dip it into ink in the middle of sentence, but they obviously did it and there's too much ink and it just kind of overflew into the K. I love these little details. It's so rich in details. I love it. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. We'll see you after Vespers for supper. When is Vespers? 6 p.m.? 9 p.m.? I don't remember. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the truckers for us. Maybe it's 6 p.m. Of course. Until later, Clara. Actually have to check. Around sunset. Vespers. Sunset approximately 6 p.m. And compline is approximately 7 p.m. So, wow, I was right. Hey, Eva. Hello, Andreas. This is the door. Can't talk to these guys. Oh, the chickens. There's piggies and a sheep. Il Peter. Oh, so this is why they're late with their taxes. God bless you, Andreas. Ah, oh yes, Andreas. This weather's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Um, were things very different when you were young? as different as beer and peace. The old abbot didn't bother as much about our customs. He didn't mind if I was left, wait a minute, if we left a little offering to Berchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that God, Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. Oh, Berchta is kind of like it also, if I remember correctly, Berchta is one that um I don't know if it's related to Christmas time, but I think. Hold on, I have to actually check this because I'm afraid I'm gonna say something that's absolutely wrong. Yes, it is winter spirit, and it can visit the houses during the night. I was going to make a story like a theater piece on Perchta actually. So I looked into it, and if you've been really kind of like bad person, they can stuff you full of like hay or something, stones, things like that. And where I live, we have this kind of belief that if you've been a bad child, if you haven't been a nice child, then Santa Claus is actually going to bring you sticks and stones instead of Christmas gifts. So it's kind of a little bit similar idea there. Um, what sort of old customs? The kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old running Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. Hmm, what do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night to take a piss, go round the right side of the house and never go back the same way. I've heard that. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Oh, how interesting. I should go. Hmm? Alright, class. God bless you. At least he says God bless you. How do I get out of here? Do I need to go to a map? Wait a minute, there's people here now. Oh, there is a lot of people here. Oh, here is also, yeah, Berchta. There it is, pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. So, wait a minute, there's another Peter. Andreas. Here we go. Oh, Big Jorg. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. Oh, you, his son? You've been eating a lot. He hit a big rock with the blow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Indeed. Smells like a storm's coming, no? You got a good nose there. Smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wonder year before you came to Tassing? It's like year of wandering around. So where did I pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward? Basil, Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Flanders knows some Dutch and French, and Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, and Italy. Little Creek. I'm gonna choose Italy, like I'm an artist. Florence, Venice, Milan. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy, no wonder you're. What? See? Senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, big jerk. Big jerk? Really? Big jerk? Seriously? Alright. What do you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Well, basically art. Hedonist, craftsman, bookworm, rapscallion, or businessman. Self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investment balance in his books. That would be probably very smart. But I'm gonna choose bookworm. Craftsman could be really good too. Reading mostly and talking about books. I couldn't get enough of it. Venice is filled with incredible printers. Florence continues to illuminate beautiful manuscripts. And the books they produce are treasures, everyone. I didn't realize that books meant that much to you. I've seen Father Thomas's Bible and a few other books. I haven't had much use for reading though. Can you even read, bro? Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg, let's go. That's already acting like I'm taking too long to even, though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Here we go to the town. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Andres. Andres Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. There is more birds. Of course, there has to be birds. Can I go up there? No. Can just go this way. Even more sheep. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andres. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Should I offer to help? Helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him, give him a good scare. Uh, do I have like set appointment? Am I gonna be late? Well, I'm gonna help them anyway. I don't know anything about sheep and I probably just get in their way. So, is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? No? Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh look, there's something going on up at the Steinauer's place. I love the horses, they look so rad, honestly. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky's giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Johan pulled his pants down. Really? Why would you do that? Knock two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin, stay out of the trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Betty? Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get this sheep under control. Okay, thank you. I will do that. See you later. Um, Help your aunt and cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. This will be remembered. It was just a nice suggestion. Can I go? No, I can't still go there. I'm just gonna run right past them. Drugger house, it's closed. Excuse me, what? How's it going? Oh, morning, Andres. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Mary and Bird would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. I didn't even realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. That didn't sound Italian to me. Come on, Andres, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from moral. Adventure stories of questionable moral repute. He doesn't mind those so much, actually. No, as long as they don't get too carnal. Ooh. So, super tonight, after Vespers. Of course, thank you. Great, I'll tell Mary and Bird you're coming. See you then. Obviously, something's gonna happen and I can't do it. See you later. There was a glossary. No, not this one. No, 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 no. How do I get there? This one. Let's go glossary. Till Eulenspiegel, the titular character of popular 15th century book. Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Okay, the books of that time were so very interesting. Bless Master Mahler. God bless Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father, but I'm running late to the Abbey. It's no problem if you don't have time for me today, but the question is, will you have time for the Lord on Sunday? You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into argument with him about this. Would going to church on Sunday be such a burden? If not for his sake, consider it for your own. A man has many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard this asshole can make you to go to hell with him. I'm just the nicest person on earth. Mess can be an uplifting experience, remember, can it? Really, though? Right, there's no need to argue. I should make better effort to get to Sunday Mass. Besides, if I say I try to make it, okay, I apologize. I promise I'll make it this Sunday. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on the. Oh no. Oh my. What a blessed day to receive such illustrious visitors. Master Maler, this is Lawrence Barrett of Rothwokel, Rothfokel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. Venice. There we go. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these Alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperors died. The emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Who was the artist, my lord? I'm sure you know him. An older man from Nuremberg with enough of reputation to paint the emperor. Oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm sorry, my lord. I'm not sure who you mean. Have you not heard of Albrecht Dürer? Pity. I thought he was known across the empire. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiersau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit. Of course, a great loss for the abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of Historia Taciae he was reading during my last visit. Historia Taciae. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes, but I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss tas, 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 Passings past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the abbey through Father Gernot, and I have gone to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have gone to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mahler here. Um, it's an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he is also helping in the abbey scriptorium. A Nuremberg artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andres. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. And this will be remembered. I'm gonna be so much in trouble for being late. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Here we go. I told you I'm gonna have something else coming up, and then did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Ah, excellent. We will see you then. I shouldn't have promised to my friend. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. Oh, I knew it. I always get in trouble in these type of games. Always. My Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take horses to the Abbey's guest house. I like to take my time talking with Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be so much in trouble. At once, my lord. Well, maybe Lawrence can then help me when they hate me for being late. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little too old not yet to be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Oh, have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Um, really? He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Yes, yes, they didn't really like the things that were said at the time. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. This will be remembered. Oh no. I agree. Wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get a chance. I wonder if the good brother of the abbey have heard of him. Don't ask. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Please don't get me into trouble. Please. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Why are you so interested in my education? Ah, yes. It must seem strange. I did not attend university, but I had a rich private education at my family's estate. I love all knowledge from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only master's degree, but I started working toward a doctorate, but I didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? So these are the three branches that you could study. These are the main branches, like the first possible options that were in universities. Everything else came later, I think. Medicine, law, or theology. I'm gonna say law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my taste. You don't say. Besides, the empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Relish law, Franconian law, nonsense. Oh yes, if you only knew. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. Good man. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you never show your face here again. Curse you, Lawrence Rothwoggle, Fogel. Veritas dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. What did you do to her? These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Oh, you know exactly what's going on. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Latin, logic, this would be really good probably. Orator, so rhetoric. Occultist, or heavens and earth. I'm gonna pick orator. Oh yeah, here we go. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetorics. Ah, I assume you study Greek and Romance both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Well, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind toward Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange style and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. I could actually give like 10-hour lecture on this subject, especially in the view of ancient Greek and a little bit ancient Roman philosophy of rhetoric. I can't believe I have that knowledge, but I do. Splendid. So I suppose an artist has a little use for rhetoric, especially in plays such as this. Well, you don't say. I also have very little use of the knowledge of law. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for audience and its purpose. Hmm, that's true, actually. You are very good at this. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Well put. At your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? I'm gonna pick the logic. Obviously, it goes with rhetoric, right? It would be lovely to be occultist. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. That's actually very useful for an artist. Was Aristotle's organon the foundation of your study? Yes, the organon for logic and Euclid's elements for geometry, but the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. The Englishman William of Ockham gave us Summa Logicae, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. And of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. All monks and friars, of course, a great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the church's vision of truth. Is that so wrong? I question these great men should have to wrestle logic into what the church established by fiat and force. I love this game. It speaks to me on so many levels. Oh, there's the abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all? My family have been patrons of Curacao for I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. Yeah, that's true. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. Oh yeah, because of the printing. How much would it cost to print a whole book in that time? Because it was very manual work. Every single letter had to be placed like separately. It was a lot of work. So I don't know. But once you had done the work, you could just print the same page many, many times, much faster than writing it by hand. But well, my family have been patrons of Curacao for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago, and I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Year ago. Wait, are you the artist working on it? Is is a prayer book with 20 illustrations? I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Here we are finally. At least we were walking towards the abbey all the time. Miklaus, tend to horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Hi, hi. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separate. The church closed most of 10 centuries ago. But then Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. We are acquainted, yes? Let's leave it at that. Oh, oh well. Secrets. You must be Father Gernot. I am Lawrence, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothfocal. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet you on your last visit, so this is like really old. Is it like the more progressive the person, the more progressive the font? So he is like very progressive. He's reading Martin Luther texts and think they are excellent. And then this brother Gernot is like stuck in time, so his lettering is very old type. Ah, if you say so, I am not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Well, yes. I mean, no. It's no trouble. Did you want to see now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. And you, Andres, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Um, I'm gonna ask it. Is it this bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the book of hours? How dare you! Told you. Bad idea. I should ask again when he's in a better mood. Maybe I could just convince brother Matthew to pay me early. Matthew. So, find a way to get paid. No, wait. This way. Map. So this stable. Guest house. Abbott's house. Where is... Oh, there. I guess I go the same way they probably went. Maybe church? No, sheesh. It's this way. That is the church. The scriptorium is sort of behind that church. But what is in here? Cloister? Ah, no. I'm just trying to see how this whole map thing is working. So I'm going this way. Infirmary, chapter house, aquarium, large garden, lavatorium, refectory, Sebat. God give you health, Master Maler. Brother Sebat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As I am, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rodel's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priest at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Maler, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far as south of as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like this, but I have a kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. I love to make promises I can't keep. Thank you, Andres. I look forward to it. God give you health. Church, dormitory, cemetery. Oh no, I'm so lost. Where the heck am I supposed to be going? Dormitory, cemetery. Well, oh, I could get the scriptorium through dormitory or cemetery. Or even here. Church. I'm gonna go through dormitory. Church. Open the door. Wait a minute. Script, there it is. Finally. Oh, here we are. Finally at work. It's not easy to come to work in the morning. Guy. Edok. I'm gonna talk to Piero first. Andres, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big Georg Gerner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storm coming. Brother Edok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Oh, that's not very nice. Do not forget, brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, brother Edok? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord and his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. Oh, wow. The salt, the burn, the salted burn. Um, I'm gonna say nothing. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lawrence Rathvokel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rathvokel. It's pathetic. I just did impress him. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior is only speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no, Baron Rathvokel. His manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he is visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Guys, Sontai, you will stand where Pierre is, and young monk will stand where you are now. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like everyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising. Kiersau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Is that the masterpiece? Oh my god, it's so glorious. Oh, that's right. I need to reference in the Indermaur manuscript. What do you want, Andreas? A book? The Indermaur manuscript? Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone or... why do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Have you considered the Lord? Can I just get the book? Hmm, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt, and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata. Andres needs help finding a book, and I don't know where it is. Andres, did you sleep well? Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow in their Maur manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Wow, she was fast. She already got it. She's obviously not thinking things of working instead. Andres, yeah, see how your masterpiece is coming. It looks like the drawing with a huge chalk or something. Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Oh, it looks absolutely fabulous. Yes, the composition is lovely. There is joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. I think it's very nice. Very, very nice. Yes. The contrast of colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right though, I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. That's real. Yeah, that's true. Uh, that's what clients want. What do you want? Where are you in this work? I didn't know there was a room for me in here. It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we realize it or not. What does this painting represent? It's November. In November, we saw peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage the acorns before the slaughter. Andres, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gerna. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Create something of your own, dude. Art is an illusion storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to ma me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, that is most unfortunate, but often quite true. At least sometimes quite true. Sometimes you might even get fired over the truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not to listen to my opinions. They are just thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is just a place out of time. Does that make you sad? I admit I am still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the providence of monasteries, so be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in doing so, be proof to truth. I think there will always be place for artists like you and Brother Edok. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not to be concerned for me. I have lived a long life, and I'm happy to have served the Lord. When He calls for me, I am ready. Whee! There they go. I love how the ropes are ragged on the old guys. Ah, yeah, where has the time gone? It is already terse. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andres. Until later. There they go. Oh no. Now you done it. What is this? A mystery. Secrets. What's going on in here? Alright, so I don't know what they did there, but I'm gonna end this here for now. And I'm eventually going to continue this. I don't know when I can continue this. I would really love to just continue playing this immediately and keep on going, but that's not possible. I got complaints yesterday, and it's really people don't like me recording around here, so I don't know when I can continue this, but I promise I will. I will make this into a series. I am so in love with this game already. I really love it. It's very interesting, and I want to see what happens in it. So that's Pentiment, everybody. If you want to play it yourself, go get it. You can have it on Steam, and I think it's for Xbox. So if you want to play it yourself, play first, and then you don't spoil anything for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you around.